The Small Diameter Bomb II, or StormBreaker, is an American state-of-the-art air-launched precision-guided glide bomb. Raytheon Company began its development in 2006 with the goal to develop a 250-pound bomb capable of identifying and striking moving targets from standoff distances of up to 45 miles away. StormBreakers weigh around 204 pounds and are 69 inches long. They carry a 105-pound warhead and the latest guidance systems to consistently hit their objectives, even under the harshest weather conditions. The U.S. Armed Forces are currently testing the missile with several aircraft, including the F15E Strike Eagle and the F35 Lighting II. And by the time it's officially launched, it is expected to be the most innovative and lethal bomb ever produced by the U.S. military. A highly accurate bomb. Before the 9/11 attacks, the United States Air Force issued several requirements for a highly accurate bomb that could track and strike moving targets. It was initially dubbed GBU-39 Small Diameter Bomb, or SBD. In 2002, while Boeing and Lockheed were working on their prototypes to win the contract, Principal Deputy Undersecretary of the Air Force for Acquisition and Management, Darlene A. Druyan, made some unusual adjustments. One of them involved getting rid of the requirement for moving target engagement, which ultimately led to Boeing winning the contract. Druyan was later convicted of violating a conflict of interest statute. Nevertheless, the project to develop the small diameter bomb continued, and the end result was a 250-pound bomb equipped with a GPS-aided inertial navigation system that could attack stationary or fixed targets with pinpoint accuracy. The SBD could carry an array of different warheads to maximize its destructive radius, and its small size allowed strike aircraft to take more missiles and increase combat efficiency during military operations. The bomb also had diamondback wings deployed after release to increase glide time and maximize its range to more than 60 miles. Although the device did not lack power, speed, or range, the Air Force wanted an improved model with the ability to destroy mobile targets. This led to the Small Diameter Bomb II, whose development began in 2006 under Raytheon Company. The focus was simple: add the ability to detect, track, and destroy not just stationary, but moving targets. Small Diameter Bomb II. The Small Diameter Bomb II project began as a joint venture between the U.S. Air Force and the Department of the Navy ACAT-IC program, and was designed to address critical troop needs to eliminate objectives with high precision and standoff range capabilities under all weather conditions. The contract was awarded to Raytheon for $144 million to integrate the Small Diameter Bomb II to some 4th and 5th generation fighter aircraft from the Marine Corps, Navy, and Air Force branches. Some of these included F35B Lighting II and F35C Strike Fighters, F15E Strike Eagles, FA-22s, FA-18 Super Hornets, and F-16 aircraft. Raytheon baptized the SDB-2 with the name StormBreaker. During an interview with Breaking Defense, Steve Milano, Director of Air-to-Surface Requirements and Capability at Raytheon Missiles and Defense, addressed the context, quote, "There hadn't been a lot of requirement changes for what was previously called the Small Diameter Bomb. It wasn't until the U.S. Air Force started fighting in Kosovo in the late 90s where the future of these weapons requirements actually came from." The U.S. aimed for bombs with low collateral damage engagement in densely populated areas. The Air Force also gathered data about fighting through harsh weather conditions that made airstrikes more difficult, leading to multiple target passes per run. As a result, missions became not just more complex, but more expensive. Milano also pointed out that with multiple aircraft in the air, more pilots are put at risk for senseless reasons than can be solved with their ultimate long-range weapon. He then reiterated that the need for such a device to engage mobile targets became increasingly important for the Air Force during the early years of the War on Terrorism in the 2000s. He concluded that the StormBreaker is, quote, "a weapon that can locate and destroy maneuvering targets on land and sea, and do that in adverse weather with minimized collateral damage, and do those missions with reduced support." StormBreaker. Preliminary work on the StormBreaker ended in August of 2009. Raytheon was then awarded another contract for over $450 million to manufacture and develop the missile. The highlight of the StormBreaker Bomb is its powerful integrated tri-mode seeker, which provides maximum operational flexibility and allows pilots to strike moving targets from standoff ranges more than 45 miles away. The seeker comprises, quote, a millimeter-wave radar that detects and tracks targets through the weather, a semi-active laser that enables the weapon to track an airborne laser designator or one on the ground, and an imaging infrared that provides enhanced target discrimination. The StormBreaker's small size also allows fewer strike aircraft to take out the same number of targets due to its light weight and blast radius, as the bomb weighs little more than 200 pounds and is over 69 inches long. Up to 20 bombs can fit in fighter aircraft like the F35 and the F15E. Nonetheless, the StormBreaker is powerful enough to put any world-class tank out of commission with a single strike. The warheads are equipped with shape charge jets, blast charge and fragmentation effects, and even an option for a delayed smart fuse. Allison Howlett, the program director for the StormBreaker smart weapon at Raytheon Missiles and Defense, said, quote, it packs a big punch. The multi-effects warhead really separates this air-to-surface weapon from its predecessor and other munitions in its class. Another benefit is its networking capability, as it can be launched from one platform but controlled by another. This will bolster the military's objective of interconnecting different weapon systems and assets across land, air, sea, and space operations. Milano explained that StormBreaker is an intelligent weapon because of, quote, its ability to communicate. StormBreaker is a net-enabled weapon that uses a dual-band two-way data link to share with the network. It will communicate with its controlling platform or an off-board platform, as well as ground controllers as necessary. He described that in a joint all-domain command and control, or JADC2 environment, StormBreaker would function as the eyes at the edge of the battlefield, engaging objectives and passing back information. StormBreaker flight tests. The SDB-2 StormBreaker was tested for the first time in November of 2011. Raytheon demonstrated the effectiveness of the multi-mode seeker capability after it successfully tracked moving vehicles and made direct hits on them during a series of flight tests. The test was repeated in February of 2015 at the White Sands Missile Test Range, where the Air Force completed 2 live fire tests against moving targets. Then, in June of 2020, the StormBreaker completed its first guided release after it was launched from an F-15EF Super Hornet. 5 months later, 4 F15E Strike Eagles from the 391st Fighter Squadron targeted and destroyed 4 moving vehicles at Utah Test and Training Range without any issues. The Marine Corps also announced that an F35B had dropped the StormBreaker during a weapon test on November 30th. And in December of 2021, Raytheon was awarded a $250 million contract to develop the SDB-2 StormBreaker for the Air Force Lifecycle Management Center. It is expected to be finished by 2025 or 2027. At the end of the month, the squadron from Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho became the first operational unit to use the bomb. For the time being, Raytheon, the Navy, Air Force, and Marines will continue testing the SDB-2 StormBreaker bomb and make it the most lethal and smartest weapon ever produced by the U.S. military. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to our Dark Documentaries channels to find more exciting historical content. And let us know in the comments below what you think of the StormBreaker. Do you think the bomb will change the way modern air combat and airstrikes are conducted?